I didn't even like do anything special. Okay, there we go. Hi, Eileen. Hi, Beverly. So there is this fantastic, apology sent by it's a podcast that started from in This American Life. So it's a podcast sort of talking from somebody who was who sexually harassed a woman, and it is an amazing apology, and I want to share it with everybody. So I'm going to put it down as a link in each on YouTube and on Facebook, and we're going to really talk about maybe at a later date, but I just want everybody to have a chance to hear it. So I'm going to list it and then we'll hear it. Hang on, I'm looking at my notes because I did take a little bit of notes earlier. So we are working, one of the energies that I think that we're going to be like, hi Brandy, what we're going to be working with in here. So yesterday we talked, so again, the overarching theme of everything that I talk about in the metaphysical is that it's about dealing with your emotions and dealing with it, you know, it's that everything is emotion in the metaphysical world. That is your antenna and how things are going. So when we're living up here, we're all so much in our head thinking about how, when, why, what, where, this, that, blah, all these other things. We're not in our heart on how we feel. And so normally when we don't get in our heart on how we feel about things, we don't then have a good compass on what's guiding us through life. So that's my big push, is that to try and like really have people work with their feelings. So hang on one second. I did take notes and I'm just having a hard time finding them. I wish I would have posted that so you guys could have heard it. So the apology is great. It's interesting because this woman talks about hearing this apology originally and talking about it as if it was seeing a snow leopard walk across like the subway, on how amazing it is. And I actually think it broke something up inside of me when I heard it, because I realized like I carry around these specific things that have happened in my life. Rather than having them in the rearview mirror, I carry them with me. So we're talking about carrying things versus really working through emotions so that it doesn't hurt you in the physical. Which yesterday when we talked about it, I talked about it in terms of the trees and how we work with doing seeing our oneness, even though it looks as if there's this illusion of separateness. We live in this illusion of separateness, but instead we are connected as the ocean and the waves are connected, or the trees and the mycorrhizomes. And I can't remember. There's also another name. I totally forgot to look it up because I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my gosh, there's a name. It's not just the mycorrhizomes. It's the mat of fungus. What is it? Okay, hang on. This is what this is all about. Mediumship Monday is a journey, right? Hi to Adrienne. Yo, Adrienne. We'll see if anybody else in Google thinks like me. It is the mycorrhizal. Okay. Anyway, I found it. I just am not. I'm listening to it, going, okay, interconnectedness. That's what we are talking about. Is how we're connected. Oceans, trees, even though we look separate. And here, thank you, Kim. Kim Morrison is on. If you're in the Tecumseh or Adrian area and you are looking for food to eat and you can pick that up, please definitely please definitely pick it up, because she is one of the reasons. It's interesting. I had somebody contact me very recently and said that I was that I was greedy, which I thought was so funny, because she was saying that because I did this for a fee that I was greedy. And what I have said this whole time, I know that to get me into your house personally, it's a specific price, but at Sal's Italian Restaurant, where I started and where I will continually always be doing this work, I only charge $35 a person to make sure that there are different venues and different ways. I'm going to see if this helps people to hear more. And different ways that people can connect with me. And usually, if you go to Sal's, everybody gets a session when they're in there. Can everybody still hear me? If you're in YouTube, I would really appreciate a hello, or just that you can still hear me. That would be great. So, I am in the Michigan area. All right. So yeah, that's right. I am totally not greedy. Anyway, but my point is, I have to, I want to really make sure I talk about that, just in case this person decides ever to come back on here and talk to me. The reason that there is a fee with this is because it does take a lot of my energy, my work, my time, my space. So I do know that it is my calling on earth to do this work. And I would never in a million years think that whatever your specialty is, you should come to my house and do that for free, whether you're a plumber, a carpenter, a chef, a lawyer. I wouldn't ask, like, hey, you can't do that. I'm definitely, I've worked hard to be at where I'm at. And that being said, I want to go back to Sal's Italian Restaurant. If you guys, I think they're still there from 12 to noon every day. You can pick up orders curbside. They'll also deliver them to your house. So I really want to strongly encourage you to do to order something from Sal's. I know that I have driven down to Sal's during this time and picked up lasagna so that my kids could eat some lasagna, a pan of it. So I am, Kim, I think I'm going to be coming around again for that. And it's called the mycorrhizal, mycorrhizal. I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I do kind of go all over the place. Okay, Sal's Italian Restaurant, noon to 8. Thank you so much, Kim, for putting that up there. So she is doing free delivery, I think, in Tecumseh, and she is and she's also doing curbside pickup, which you just have to tell her the make and model and your license plate, and Janie or somebody will run out and give you the food. So definitely do that. And Sal's phone number is 517. I'm just putting it on here so that you guys can have it. So I need to, is 517 423 6688. Oh, sorry. I didn't get it. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when I make mistakes. Do you guys make mistakes? Really? Do you? 688. And I'm listing their phone number right here. And if you're like, oh well, you know what? I don't want anything delivered to my house, or I don't want to pick it up. I just don't want anything like that to happen. Then I suggest for Sal's Italian Restaurant or any place like that that is a small business, because we have small businesses out here, and you have the money that's going to keep coming in, to call them up and buy a gift certificate. buy it for a later date. Buy it for once this calms down, once we like flatten this curve and make it so it's not such a crisis moment. We take it out of the crisis and put it into the manageable, that they're able to stay in business. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. All right. Okay. I think that's good. So I'm going to be posting that apology. One thing that I found, and I'm really honest about my experiences in life, because I think that's really, really hard. And where I grew up, I was so really, really, really strongly bullied by this family, by a couple of boys within this family that obviously weren't taught a lot of respect. And when I listened to this apology, this like blanket apology, this guy finally figured out 2 years later, it hit me like I was listening to it going, wow, this is the apology I've been listening and waiting for from blah or from blah. I've been waiting for this thing to happen and it's not happened. And it's just kind of been something that I've held on to in my life, like their misbehavior I was somehow responsible for. And one of the things in listening to this apology, and I know that you guys aren't referencing it right now, but don't worry, you will reference it and you'll get this. Hopefully you'll hear it again. Is that you'll be able to hear that there's this apology that you will get that you didn't get from the person, the people, the place, the thing, the instance, the moment that you've been looking for a long time. So I want you to make sure you come back to this and listen to it. I also want to talk about that channeled message that I gave out on, I think, last Friday. It was a channeled message saying that, and it came up again in my space today, is that I need to make sure that I'm talking to people and saying that in the channeled message that I received, it spoke very clearly that the divinity and the power and the oneness of everything that is working with the scientific field to come to a resolution with this. Coming to a resolution with the virus, with the COVID-19 virus. So I want you to trust that there is like a path out of this and that there is a way. I would suggest some kind of spiritual practice. We talked about that yesterday. Again, we work in this world as if we're illusionally separate, but we are all in this together. So each morning, I'm going to ask you if you can like make this your spiritual Rocky montage. If it's your time to take these like moments and days where you're home, where there's more space for you, and you can begin to see how you can develop your practice into an expanse and a foundation that supports you, not only now, but when things start to speed up from now and how you move forward. So I do want you to think of it like your Rocky montage. How do you move it forward? And I just want to take a moment and say, hi, Hannah. Thanks so much for coming. And I saw somebody up here that said they were my sister's friend, and it was their first time here as well. I'm looking for you. I can't find you, and I missed it. Eileen, I am in Michigan. I'm going through these comments because I need... Wow, I love that name. Where did you go? See, sometimes the comments go away and I won't see them. I just went through the whole thing. I didn't see like... Oh, thank you for telling me you can hear me. I just saw that. Okay, Rachel, there you are. Rachel, I see you now. You are Amy's friend. So oh, good. Thank you, Brandy. It's Rachel. It's not. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I want to say that I want to share this as well. So I grew up and I went to a Catholic church, and I want to give you this kind of meditation. One of my favorite, absolute favorite songs that we sang when I was growing up as a little girl, I can remember this all the time, is This Little Light of Mine. Do you guys know that song? This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. That one? So, what I want you to think about is during your stay healthy, stay at home as much as possible Rocky montage, is that you're trying to pull up this light of yours and you push it out into the world. And it actually, not even push it into the world. I don't want you pushing it. I just want you to begin to set that internal fire ablaze where your peace of mind is what starts to come over you. Okay. So think about it as that. Like you have this chance right now to take this light of yours and focus on it. And you kids, you can't grab anything and try and control it right now, right? There's nothing really to control, but you really try and move forward into this spiritual practice where you develop this and access your access to the divine and the divinity or the oneness, that awareness. Now, uh, because life will speed up again. We will go at the speed of life again. It will happen, no doubt about it. And we're going to walk right back into this illusionary world, and we'll forget about this time where we developed our spiritual practice. So this is why I'm saying, like, spend 5 to 10 minutes every morning before you're getting up out of bed to try and expand that light within you so you can set it ablaze, add some fuel to it so you can begin to see how you can affect and connect to that peace. I love singing. It's so much fun. Because what happens is when we get into that peace, we fall into, and I like this one because we like to say we fall out of, let's say we fall into this awareness of oneness, this awareness that we're in right now, this space of we're working together, we're doing these things together. And then when you get back out into the world, we'll fall back into the personal. We'll fall back into, and we'll slip. Maybe we'll just say we slip. We fall backwards back into it, slip, fall down, and we have to try and get back up again into that awareness. If you build your platform, your foundation now, to access that oneness, you can easily get back up and do it all over again. So I want you just to, in your 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, maybe 5 to 10 minutes in the afternoon, and 5 to 10 minutes at night, or maybe you have longer than that. I would encourage you to do what feels right to you. But as long as it's saying like, Janny, I can't do this, I'm not going to do it. No, that's not the right answer. The answer is you're going to do something and commit to doing something 5 to 10 minutes in the morning, 5 to 10 minutes in the afternoon, 5 to 10 minutes at night. And I want you, like, your whole mantra is peace is my goal. Peace is my goal. Peace is your goal. Peace is your goal. Happiness is your goal. Peace is your goal. And when you develop this space where your foundation for peace is high enough, you can only then exude it out because it's growing, and it kind of like just, you got no choice. You've set that light ablaze and it starts to move all out around you. Okay, does that make sense? And good, I like it. Clearing your own chakras, because this is what I love so much about this work, and that my job My job in this earth is to bridge from where you began, a bridge over, if you want to say troubled waters, but I'm not gonna, I'm usually my mediumship works when people have a lot of trouble. They got to go over this bridge and they get to the other side and they begin to see how they can connect for themselves, how they can work it out for themselves, how they can utilize each of these moments to expand and make a higher choice. If you see any of the people that write reviews, you'll see that there's you'll see that there's like this theme of well, I'm getting interrupted, so hang on a second. All right, so I'm hearing tell my daughter, where is Susie? Is there a Susie on here right now? A Susie. So I have a mother energy that's coming forward, is making me feel as if there is a mother energy, a recent passing. So this is a pretty recent passing. I want to say within the last 6 months. But always my definition of recent is 2 years and under, but this feels closer to less than a year. So I'm going to say less than a year. Does anybody resonate with that? I know every day I say I'm going to figure out how to do this Zoom thing so that I can just go in with Zoom instead of having to oh, Angie, why wouldn't you have a light at the end of the tunnel? You absolutely would. This light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm just waiting to see. I'm not hearing anybody answering me. So this feels again like I feel the mother energy coming forward. Why am I like Ginny? I love that you said that. That's so sweet. So I've got to do this last call out because if you have a mother who's passed recently, now I want to say this feels like a mother energy. And when I'm saying, I'm going to check this new comment. Recent, but not okay. So I want to say this is so. Didn't you get a reading last night? Your mom is pretty. Okay, so Susie, they're making me just. Is this been under 6 months? So this has been under 6 months. So I'm going to tell you that I want to let you know this, and I want to make sure this is really important because when it comes to when it comes to when it comes to group readings and it comes to okay, when it comes to group readings, they will layer messages so that there's a multiple of people. Now, I know that it's much harder because I think YouTube is reading faster than Facebook reads, and it's kind of a pain in the tush. But I need to let you know that we never know what somebody else's need is when there is when somebody's passed. So I can there's two mothers coming forward here. Okay, and then you're gonna okay. So let me start with one. Vic, I just need to tell you this. I need to say that I see the struggle that you're having, and it's almost like feeling abandoned. And they're making me your mom specifically because I feel like you've lost a lot of people. Is making me feel as if you're
almost as if this is feeling that you're orphaned here. That's kind of, I don't know if I can't, like, I don't remember readings from one to the other. So I just want to say that there feels like there's like this struggle of feeling like I'm not supposed to be here anymore, and having real depression and I want to let you know, like, these are serious things that's happening with you, and I want to strongly encourage you to get somebody that you can talk to about that. So, because I am seeing, it's like a depression or lostness. Okay. So Rachel, I wanna turn my attention to you a little bit now. Um, so you're saying that this was your mother-in-law who's passed, because it doesn't necessarily have to be a mother. I mean, mother-in-law is a mother figure. Why does I mean, she makes me feel as if she was close to you. Um, It's not necessarily my experience with mother-in-laws, so I have so that's always so interesting and new to me. Wow, I look crazy. Sorry. I'm waiting. I have a little glippity glurb. While I'm saying that, Angie, I want to come back. While I'm waiting for Rachel to respond, if she's still there, Angie, I want to come over to you over here on YouTube. I do see that life has been a struggle, and I want to let you know that it's not, it doesn't, I want to let you know. I mean, I look at you and I see that male around you. So when I'm connecting here, I see the male figure. I need to let you know, I do see that pain. It's almost like they're showing me a couple of things, making me feel they're also showing me, Angie, I'm sorry, I got like lost in what I was saying. Um, you do have light at the end of your tunnel, and I do see how much this struggle is almost like not almost like on a daily basis for you. So they're saying well, there's no just putting one foot in front of the other. I want to encourage you as well to see a therapist, but they're also making me feel as if you've seen everybody, and making me like feel like you do a lot of things to try and take care of yourself. I want you to know that that doesn't go unnoticed and unseen on the other side. And they're seeing like you do things to try and make things better. And I do see you like putting one foot in front of the other. And I do see, one thing and one thing and another thing and another thing. And I just want to, please don't give up. You are not supposed to give up in this world. Like, you are here, you are important, and you are very much needed. So please do not. And I got to tell you, I would love to do a reading with you at some point, and encourage you to, well, just to not give up. Okay, Angie? That's what I got to tell you. Don't give up. All right. So, so I got to ask something really kind of crazy. Where do the like monster trucks or the racing, like going to monster trucks or like being around, is it monster trucks or racing trucks? Does somebody relate to that? Because I keep seeing that as well. So it's almost like, I don't remember that thing is called Grave Digger. That's what it was. A big, huge monster truck called Grave Digger. Somebody switched over to YouTube. Hi, Eileen. I see you. I see you, Eileen. Oh, Brandy, you're very, very sweet. So does nobody resonate with this monster truck thing that I'm seeing right now? Like, I mean, hilarious. You're funny. And everybody can hear me well. Oh yeah, you guys could absolutely hear you. So now this it's interesting because that's like the second thing. I'm seeing monster trucks and I'm seeing like racing, and I'm also seeing but not necessarily racing like racing something weird, not like they're not like regular cars. Wait, my because I like so oh, that was so sweet. Who said that? Who did the heart? Oh. So when I like monster, it's like monster trucks. It's like all the love of being outside and burning rubber. I mean, I don't know, like this is crazy feeling. And I know that I know I have something. Well, I've been on here for a while. So I've already been on here 33 minutes. So I have to talk about, because this does feel like a father figure, a father energy, but it does feel like it's father to son. I feel like the sun is still here. I think this is a father energy that's just gone. Is there okay, so let me click over to YouTube and see what I can see. Oh, Eileen, imagine that. Your dad used to take your brother to monster truck stuff. Let me make sure that's okay. So, but your dad has crossed the other side. Your brother has not. Is that correct, Eileen? Because that's what I see. A father here and a brother. I mean, a father there and a brother here. I hope you're still there, Eileen. Okay, good. Okay. So where does that, I mean, is there like, I don't know if there's either he's trying to tell me F for Ford or Fred, because I feel like another, I mean, this is the F name that I had yesterday, it feels like. So, did he work at Ford? I would not be surprised if you're about to tell me yes, because it's crazy. I have to let you know that when I'm here, I need to say that they had, I want to say like there's a connection, like just I almost like I'm seeing cars working on like they just keep showing me in my head working, tearing apart cars and rebuilding them, tearing apart cars and rebuilding them. My dad, so they'll show me stories inside of my head that I relate to, and one of the things I'm seeing is my dad rebuilding an engine. So I'm seeing like and all things just like grease everywhere is what I'm seeing. So I just want to say the mechanical part of it is important, and it feels like Ford is very important. And I also want to talk about, so I need to make sure, it's so interesting because what he wants me to tell you. Oh, they did. Okay. Mechanical stuff, Fords, they love Fords. Is wants me to say they need to, like, he needs to let you know that he's doing the same thing on the other side as well. He's still working on these things and still working on he's still working on and going and doing these things. It's so funny. Are you supposed to be going? Was this like a plan this year? Was for you to go to one of like either a race or some sort of like monster truck thing? Eileen, is that for you? Yeah, I'm gonna not be surprised if there's like this big connection that all of a sudden it just bubbles up and he like has this extra ticket and calls you up, hey, you want to go? It's gonna happen. So just like allow yourself to do that. Just say yes. So like for this whole time, sorry, I had to check out something over there. So for this whole time that we are doing, Frank, what's up with that, Jessica? I'm not necessarily feeling a Frank right now. I'm just I'm looking. I'm not seeing them, Jessica. So I do know that I have to go because I've got a client in like 10 minutes. So I have to get this thing ready, and just know that I will be back here tomorrow night, 5 p.m. It's Mediumship on the Daily, yo, while we're all in lockdown and talking about spiritual stuff. You might even get me singing like you did today. And nobody said I was a good singer. And damn it, that's all I want you to say. Thank you, Keenan. My son just told me I was a good singer. So there you go. I just want to you, Janny, you are crushing my heaven dreams. Oh, wait. You think we just wait. You're an awesome singer. Eileen. Thank you. Thank you, Angie. Wait, Janny, you're crushing my heaven dreams. LOL. I don't want to clock in and out when I go. Please tell me we don't. Oh my God, no, you don't. Are you kidding me? No, Eileen's dad's on the other side doing everything. Oh, you think you're going to work. Is that what you're saying? Well, when you work, when you are in the movement of everything that is, it is not work. And there is no such real thing as work. You wouldn't do anything you didn't want to do. Does it make sense, Brandy? See, I like how the compliments are, I love how the compliments are now coming in about my singing. I got to ask for them, though. Hi there, Regina. I'm waiting for you, Brandy. When we cross to the other side, you crush my dreams. I don't want to clock in and out when I go. Okay, we don't clock in and out when we go to the other side. I have to stay with this for a minute because they're telling me it's really important to make sure I have this conversation because it's really important to get a glimpse of what is going on the other side. I'm going to end with a story tonight, and I'm going to begin with this story tomorrow because I lost my brother, and I love sharing this story. One night I connected with him, and I asked him what his heaven was like. And this is the best story that I can think of. It's my favorite story in like the world. Is I asked him what his heaven was like because I miss him and I want to see him and I want to know what it's like over there for him. And he said this. He goes, Janny. Now I'm obviously he didn't go Janny. That's not his style. Kind of Janny. Okay, it's like this. It's like going to the best party you ever wanted to go to, meeting everybody you ever wanted to meet, ever wanted to meet. You ever wanted to meet them, they're there. You get to meet them. You never get bored. They never get bored. You never run out of room. And you never run out of food or booze or beer or whatever he said. I can't remember if he said beer. But you never run out of anything and you never run out of time. And the party never, ever, ever, ever ends. Okay. So see light, be light. Make sure you like me on YouTube as well, please. And, just looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Ciao, ciao over here, YouTube. Thank you so much. Make sure you like this. I appreciate it. And thank you so much for coming over here, Eileen. Sometimes when you come over here, it just really helps that I can see people's responses faster. So when you respond faster, it's a lot easier for me to keep connecting with you. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. See light, be light. Bye. Bye-bye.